You're listening to the Incomparables Total Party Kill podcast, in which a group of friends play Dungeons and Dragons on the internet for your amusement. This is episode number 166, posted December 2018. We deserve this. All right, so you guys are heading down the cave, down the stairs.
Yes.
Can you tell me your descending marching order?
It's Bruldish and then
first.
Elevor, for sure. I think I
Bruldish,
don't know who's after that. To be
Elevor.
Bellaman, are you fine with being third?
Yeah, I'll be third.
All right.
Okay.
Spurious and Imra are standing next to each other, and Pupper is in the back.
Okay. All right. Let me just tweak this.
Where was I in that list?
You were
were
next
towards
to
the back, I
Imra.
think.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. Here we go. Boop. Ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-da.
Ba-ba-ba-da.
Beep, beep, ba-doo. Da-da-da-da.
Dan, you made the map disappear for us.
Did I? Okay.
Yep.
Sorry.
The map is gone.
All right.
The map is
The map's-
back.
Yep.
Yeah. What
The
he said, but
map's
not
back.
singing.
No, you're the bard. You should always be singing.
All right.
My character sings. My player is dignified.
Okay, I'm sorry. There's no
Excuse
dignity in
me?
singing. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, you guys don't know. This is about me. I'm dignified as of now.
We're fighting.
This
Okay.
is the
Thanks
new
for the
Tony.
update.
Yeah.
It is quite dark as you descend.
and I'm not dignified anymore. Hi.
Here we go. So, the stairway twists and turns a long way downward. The floor has been cut into hundreds of shallow steps, but the walls and ceilings are still natural rock. About 60 feet down, a rushing stream spills from a narrow crack to the south and crosses the stairway, disappearing into a narrow, winding tunnel to the north. It's only about 2 or 3 feet wide.
So, finished stones, Russian streams. This is a very...
Let's see if this...
Multicultural.
Oh, I thought Dan was getting upset. He was just ignoring us. It's great.
Yep,
That's-
I'm totally
that's-
doing that.
traditional dungeon mastering. Yep. Tried and true.
Scott is very good at that.
Yeah, he have to be. We are awful.
You really are. I've been listening to that
That's
whole
an
thing.
understatement, I think.
It is so delightful and so awful. Poor Scott.
And who's carrying the light, by the way?
Elevor, I think.
Yeah.
Never a good sign when there are this many questions.
Even
What's your order?
though-
Who's carrying the lights?
Even though
Where
my
are your weak
produced
points?
flame was criticized for not being bright enough, I'm
Not
still-
criticized, just pointing it out.
still producing flame.
All right, we're gonna try this. Okay.
Ooh, that is a pretty Russian stream. Is it nesting?
Yes, it's a nesting stream. Of what though?
What nests?
Bees.
Oh no!
I used a
Bees.
Russian stream to watch Infinity War on my laptop.
Oh my
all right.
God.
So
Okay, here we go.
you,
I adore you people.
as you reach sort of part of that step where the stream passes through, you notice that there's basically a corridor off, there's a fork in the corridor, so you can go north or south.
And like tromp through the stream or down the stairs. What do you,
Oh,
what do you
that's
think,
so
Elevor?
cool. Sorry, I'm just noticing that as I'm moving, the light is changing. That's awesome. Let's see. Hold on. Flip a coin. All right, we're going left.
All right.
Wow.
Which
I
way
like
is
it.
left?
This is a new system. Thank you, Two-Face.
I tromp into the stream. Do I slip and fall? Does anything happen? My feet get wet.
So
How deep is the stream? Spurious would like to
If I
remind
have
you
to-
that he is height challenged.
deep
If there's enough-
stream?
If there is enough room along the bank, I would rather not walk in the water, but
Yeah.
I will do what I have to.
I mean, you could make a deposit in.
Oh,
No,
no.
no, 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 no. There are
There are
plenty of
plenty
mineral
of silver
deposits.
Deposits.
deposits here.
Ah! Great minds.
Make sure you don't lose your balance.
If you are going to take the stream, you'll have to go single file. It is very narrow.
Mhm.
And it is kind of fast moving, so you're gonna have
Oh.
to make a check for me.
Okay, hold on. If it's fast moving, I just pictured this
It's
sort
Russian.
of tinkle, trinkle, tinkle, trinkle, in the middle, and that there was room on the sides. So I'm going to ignore my Siri coin flip and say we go right instead. Sorry.
Okay.
I just think
That's
it's
fine.
safer.
Changing it all up.
All right.
Mhm.
Then I will cross the stream. Do I need to make a check just to cross the stream?
No, that should be fine.
Never-
It'd mainly
never
be
cross
if
the
you're
stream.
like
Never
wash.
cross.
If you were like walking down
Mhm.
it, basically.
Okay. All right, then down these stairs.
This dynamic lighting thing is really cool.
I'm trying to make sure. Right now, I'm just trying to make sure it doesn't reveal too much.
So down we go.
All right,
Just going
so-
bit by bit.
I'll stop moving.
All right. So you have. Let's see. The descending fissure opens up abruptly into a very high cavern. Its ceiling is easily 40 feet or more overhead. The stairway continues to wind down along a ledge that follows the north wall of the chamber.
Ah,
And as you get to the bottom, you'll notice that it's a little beyond where you can see right now, but you can still hear running water.
okay. Well, I would like to continue going down the stairs and not like jump down.
Same.
How deep is that ledge, did you say?
How deep is that
Thank you.
ledge?
You're probably 10, 15 feet up the
Okay.
ledge there.
So I'm not super worried about falling, but I still don't want to. So I'm hugging the wall as we go down the stairs.
And it hugs back.
That's creepy.
Yeah.
Oh God, a hugging wall!
I have met a
I've heard of
hugging wall.
these.
I didn't like it so much.
I've never met a hugging wall I've liked.
Exactly. All right.
Oh, there's a
Yeah, so you
Wait,
see.
no, I wouldn't see that,
As
would
you
I?
get to the bottom, you'll see that there's the fast-moving stream, which is about 5 feet wide at this point, runs across the floor of the chamber from north and disappears under a low stone overhang to the south. Larger passageways exit to the southeast and northeast.
Bellaman gasps and grabs a rock, runs back up to where the stream was, plops it down,
Whoa.
watches it run down the stream, and then
How
runs
do you think
back
rocks
down.
work? Wait a
No.
minute, Brian. That's not how rocks work.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
rocks
I'm,
usually don't
I'm
float
gonna-
on
Yeah.
top of the water.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go with them on this one.
Yeah, rocks
Is it
are
like a
known for their.
The
feather
rock never
or
shows
some-
up.
Very small rocks.
Yeah.
A duck.
Elevor sees what was going on and then pulls open his like overcoat, and inside,
Whoa, what?
sort of like someone who's selling watches
No.
that fell off of the back of a truck. He's got a bunch of different feathers from different like birds that he's collected, and he pulls one out. Oh yes, the northeastern ground finch, and hands it to Bellaman and says, "Try that instead."
Oh, why, thank you, dear friend. Run back up, plop the feather into the stream, watches it go down, and then runs back down. And how long will it take Dan to show back
Why
up?
are you making me do this math?
Okay,
I don't
you don't
know.
have to pull out a
Yeah,
protractor or
Dan,
anything.
how many?
No
how many,
hypotenuse.
what is the speed of the river?
I don't know.
if two northeastern ground finch feathers are going are crossing each other at precisely 5 p.m., one going south and one going north.
I don't know. We'll say it takes 5 minutes.
While we're making
What?
all these dumb
Five
Stand here
minutes?
for 5 minutes. No.
Yeah.
while
First
we're
of all,
making
Dan,
all these dumb jokes,
It's
it
like-
runs by, and I say, "Oh, there's the feather."
Dan, it's faster than that.
He's counting. Oh my God! You don't have to do the
It's like
math.
100
I feel bad.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah, it's not going to change the
I don't know. It takes a couple minutes. Whatever.
river math.
You know what? You made me do this. You brought this
Does
on
anybody
yourselves.
have a book on
As
Russian
you're
river math?
standing there, as you are standing there,
Oh,
waiting
no.
for a feather to come downstream, there is a loud buzzing.
Oh,
And,
And it is not a northeastern ground finch, is it?
Four sturges descend from the ceiling.
They're so cute.
They get the drop on you. So
Ha.
surprise
Yeah,
round.
because
They
everybody's
dropped to
looking
the
for a
ceiling.
feather.
Yep.
we deserve this.
All right.
Some of
so
us. deserve
Yes,
this.
not everybody deserves.
just
it.
gonna
We're a
roll.
collective.
I'm going to roll a d6 and see which one of you they attack.
Like a D6, like a D6.
Like a D6.
Bellaman, good news.
Oh, there's the. Ow! Hey, what the? Oh, sorry. Hi.
20.
What?
Could have been a crit if I had taken that advantage. You're going to take 7 piercing damage.
Okay, cool. Wow, I thought you meant
And-
20 points of damage. I was like,
Nope.
ooh, no.
20 to hit, 7 points of piercing damage, and there's a sturge attached to you.
Oh.
Oh no! You don't want that to happen, just so you
Do
know.
not want that to happen. It's not great.
That's what my nature knowledge tells me.
Elevor. Also a 20, apparently.
Good God. Fine. Yes.
Okay. Just making sure that's rolling correctly. Who is next? She'll roll the dice.
Wait, what did I get hit with?
Oh, you also 7 piercing damage.
Oh, okay. There goes half of that health I had.
And let's see. Now we already did Elevor. Let's do somebody else. Imra. 24.
Yeah.
These
Man,
little
these guys are rolling
turkeys.
well. And last but not least,
Did someone turn on like hard? Is there a setting?
Change the
for hard?
difficulty setting.
It was the feather discussion.
yeah,
Mhm.
Spurious
Hi.
also at 20. Man, these guys are rolling like nuts.
All right, so I took 4.
You have 4
blood
piercing
drain.
damage. Yeah, so stuff's going to happen in your beginning of your next turn, and now you may roll initiative.
Do I take 4 now, or do I 4 at the start of my turn?
4 now, but you're going to take more damage at the beginning of next turn because surges are attached to each of the people
Yes.
who got hit.
I assume those sturges actually moved to attach themselves.
Yes,
To the
I will
people.
do it in a moment.
Just making sure there weren't like 3 more.
Nope. So one was
Yet.
on Bellamin, I believe.
Mhm.
Yep. Boink. Nope. You're going to the back. One was on Elevor.
Yeah,
One was on Imra.
we're buddies.
And one was on Spurious. Okay, Spurious, you are up. Just to let you know,
Mhm.
you can spend an action to detach it from yourself.
I mean, could I also just viciously mock it to detach it from myself?
That's a good question. Just trying to see if it's...
That barely tickles.
Yeah, I mean,
Gucci,
probably. Sure. It's kind of hard. It's going to be a little more challenging for those of you who want to like hit it with an axe, right? Because it's
Yeah.
on you.
I don't know who you could be talking about.
But I think a spell you could probably still target at it. So go ahead.
Vicious mockery.
DC 12 wisdom save. 9. All right. The sturge
9.
that's on you just explodes in like a little bit of blood.
Ugh. Well, some of that was yours.
yeah, I got
have
it
it
back.
back.
Bright side.
Thanks.
I mean, now it's
Anything
on the
else?
outside, but
Are you all set?
Yeah.
Imra.
I hate it here. I hate it here. I hate it here. I hate it here.
We did go into the mosquito
I
cave.
hate
so
it here. Yeah.
We voted.
This is democracy in
I-
action.
Yeah. I have feelings about democracy. I guess I'm gonna try to hit it with my like the flat side of my sword.
Okay.
I just
Can you give me a disadvantage and give me another roll on that? Because I think you're
Yeah.
going to take disadvantage if you're trying to hit something on yourself without
Okay.
hurting yourself.
or I can hurt myself. It's fine. Oh, man.
All right. So the 8 will not hit.
Okay.
So you're trying to like brush it off. It's a little harder to do damage to it. And as a reminder, you can remove it as an action, but it will not take any damage.
Yeah, but then it just come to me again the next time. So
Definitely a risk. Anything else, Imra?
no, I'm just gonna glower at it
All right.
and
Goldish?
everyone else.
much as I would love to swing at this thing with my battle axe, it's attached to Elevor right next to me. So what I'm going to do is grab the torch out of Elevor's hand and try to go psh, right onto the sturge.
Nice.
Okay.
I hope I don't
me...
miss.
Oh man. Sheesh.
Sorry, Dan.
Make me a dexterity check.
Oh no.
Let me think about how hard this is to do without
Mhm.
burning Elevor. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Make me a dexterity check.
Sure.
All right, good
That's a
news.
10.
You get it off. You managed not to burn him. So the
Yay.
sturge detaches from Elvor, but it has not taken any damage.
Okay.
Okay, it's the Sturge's turn.
Sturgy Wurgy.
Oh shoot, I forgot to those of you, so Spurious and Imra, you guys had one attached, didn't you? Before you got it off.
So do we
Mhm.
take damage at the start of
Yeah,
our turn?
sorry. You took 5 hit points of damage due to
That
blood
is a
loss.
lot of
Yeah,
my
this
blood.
is a lot of damage
It is
happening.
Don't let him attach you.
I thought these little
Yeah, well, Elevor,
turkeys
you
were-
don't have to take
I-
damage.
And let's see. So the one on Spurious is dead. The one on Elevor is free. Brutus, you tried to burn it off, so it's going to attack you. 16.
That misses.
Okay, so it darts at you, but your armor has good
Tries to
coverage.
attach to my armor, which
Yeah.
doesn't have as much blood in it. Some on it, but
All right. Next up is Bellamin. You have a Sturge on you, so you will take 5 damage.
I am down.
Your blood is all outside of you. That's unfortunate.
Not all of it, just more than 50% of it.
My last words before I pass out were, "You weren't worth diving after."
Guys, it's going to be really sad if we all get killed by bees. That's what I'm saying.
And all
could
because
you
of a
make-
feather.
Could you make me a death saving throw, actually? Because you're down.
Yes. What is the death save dice?
If you just
modifier?
click where it says
D20,
death
right?
save on your...
Hey, that's a success.
Yay!
All right, so excellent. Elevor, there's a Sturge hovering in front of you that attacked Bruldish, but there was no Sturge attack to you.
Dan, did you get my whisper that I sent you?
Yes. That's a great question.
Wait, don't say it out loud.
I know I'm not gonna. I'm
Okay,
not gonna
good.
ask, but I'm
Okay,
gonna say I don't. That is harder on hostile creatures, which this are, but you could certainly give it a shot. I don't
Okay.
know. I will let you know. The intelligence is 2, so it's not going to be like a super interesting.
Okay. Then in that
It's
case,
a good thought,
since-
though. I like your creativity there.
Thank you. Well, in that case, I'm going to go ahead and just do one of these for my dear friend Bellamin. I'm going to cast it at level 1. There's a healing word, and the word
The
is
secret slime word is.
quesadilla.
Yeah, Bellamin, you wake up
Quesadilla.
with quesadilla in your head, but not on your face.
I was gonna say that's not the ideal place for it.
So wait, how does this work now? Am I back up and running?
You
or-
are prone, but you there is still a Sturge attached to you though, because you were unconscious, but you still had some blood left, which is great.
Do I have 1 hit point or 7 hit points?
You have however many he just gave you, 7.
7.
Great. Oh,
But
thank you.
You're lying down.
Elevor, you're so
Elevor,
sweet.
anything else? You all set?
I am all set.
Spurious, we're around to you.
I would like to do a vicious mockery on the Sturge that is currently attached to... There's still one on Bellamin?
Yes.
All right. Well, it would take a single hit point if it's not wise enough to see through my...
All right. Wisdom save. Oh, it got a 19.
What? That Sturge has seen some things.
I swear, these doggone.
It is still hanging out.
I got a
on
-1
Bellamin
at
there.
least.
You can hear in the background the buzzing of the x equals negative b plus or minus a square root. I know things.
All right. Imra, there is a Sturge on you. So on your turn, you will take 5 points of damage.
There is a Sturge in the sky.
Okay, I'm down to 9 hit points. I think I'm gonna have Androdite bite it.
Okay.
Yum, 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 yum.
All right, so Androdite, get it.
Is Androdite the kind of puppy that can like carefully take something out of your hand without biting your hand? I feel like that's an important
hope
dog
so.
skill that might come in handy
I
here.
hope
Well,
so. I mean, we are recently acquainted, so
That's
quite
true.
possibly, however, Andrei is having trouble actually getting it doesn't want to hurt Imra, and so it's
Mhm.
trying to like maneuver around and get a bite on it, but the Sturge is proving difficult to hit. So no joy.
good try, Androdite. Good try.
Anything else?
No,
All right. Bruldish, there is a Sturge in front of you. There's one on
Uh-huh.
Bellman, and there's one on Imra.
Okay, now I'm holding a torch in one of my hands. So does that mean I can't swing my axe with the other hand?
Is it a two-handed axe?
It can be, but I usually only swing it with one
That's
hand.
fine.
So
You can
Okay,
hit
I
it
do
with
have
your
a,
axe.
but I also have my shield in the other hand. It's just the issue.
How do you have 3 hands?
Yeah, well, I mean, right now I'm holding a torch, and then
Did
the
you
shield.
put your axe down?
Very carefully.
That's the
is
question,
how.
I think.
That's the question. Yes.
You can certainly attempt to hit
Mhm.
the Sturge. You can try to swing the torch as an improvised weapon.
I'll do that. Maybe I'll light it on fire.
I mean, it's a torch. It's already lit on fire, isn't it?
Ha her ha he.
Now I just want to hit so much more. All right. Okay.
So just, roll with your strength and...
Okay. Well, I rolled an 11 plus my strength bonus would be 14.
All right, you thwack the Sturge. Let's say it does 1d4 plus your strength bonus
Okay.
damage.
So that is 5 points of damage.
All right, you basically like baseball bat that Sturge out of the air and smash it to the floor. It's
Please
dead.
tell me it's like it's trailing sparks as it flies across the cave.
Yeah, it's a little lit on fire.
Smoldering Sturge.
All right, it is the Sturge's turn. The one on Imra detaches. It seems to be very full of blood right now.
Makes one of us.
And it starts to fly off because it's had its breakfast, so it starts to fly back up to the ceiling. The other Sturge, Bellman, did you take damage from that twice when it was attached to you, or only once?
Only once.
Okay, the other one is going to stay put. And Bellman, it's your turn. At the beginning of your turn, you will take 5 points of damage from that Sturge still being attached.
Done. Okay, I'm at 2 hit points. I lean down, look at it, and then do a big old cold breath. Will that cause any problems? I resist cold damage, so if...
No.
All right, cool. Lean down.
Yeah,
cold
if
breath.
you take more damage than you can resist, you will take the excess.
Cool. That is 7.
It fails the save. It is dead. It is frozen, and it clinks off.
Gonna eat this
You
one
ta-
too?
How much cold damage do you resist?
It just says I resist cold damage. Should
right.
there be a number next to it?
No. So the way I believe, actually, I was misspeaking. Resistance in 5e basically is you take half damage.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Oh.
Really?
Yep.
So you just knocked yourself out.
Wait, no. I should do a Constitution save though, right?
Oh, you should do a Constitution save. Sure.
Okay. Oops. Let's see.
Please constitute yourself.
Does he
Oh,
get
no.
advantage on a Constitution save if he's doing it to himself? Like he was prepped for it? I feel like you get. I feel
I
like you
think
These
get.
yeah,
questions do not come up as
This-
often as you would think.
This was a really bad idea, and I used the word
I thought I
idea.
resisted cold damage.
I used the
Doesn't
word
mean you're not-
idea generously.
You're not immune to cold damage?
I remember
It just
Georgia
doesn't hurt
doing
you
this
as
with the
badly as
acid
other people.
with the acid
Wow.
damage. This
Okay.
argument
Well,
took place.
I mean, how many hit points did you have left anyways?
2.
Two.
Yeah, okay. So you're unconscious. You're like think this is a really good idea, and you're cold, and you're like, my arm's really cold, and then you fall asleep. But yes.
Quite literally, knock yourself out. Okay.
Yep. Well done.
Should I make a death
Hey,
save?
The Sturge is dead though, so good
Not
good
until your
news
next
about that. Don't make a death saving throw yet. Elevor, it is your turn. One Sturge has flown away to the ceiling. If you felt vindictive, you could take a pot shot at it, but Bellman is unconscious, having frozen his own arm.
Well, I'm just gonna medicine check this time, so I don't use another spell slot to stabilize Bellman.
That will stabilize him, but he won't have any.
Oops. No, it won't.
No, it
that
won't
will not
stabilize
stabilize him. Not enough.
Uh-oh.
You feel a cold wind of death pass over you as it whispers, "You did bad."
Spurious, it is your turn.
Oh, thanks a lot.
It's all right. It's whispering to Bellman, not you.
Oh,
I guess, should I help with the medicine check, or should I be aggressive? What do people think?
Aggressive.
Aggressive.
B aggressive.
All right, vicious mockery.
All right,
one-
you mock,
Mhm.
For
you
one,
mock us.
I
You mock a
lightly,
Sturge.
I lightly mock a Sturge. Lightly.
It is pained, but it is not dead.
Ugh.
That was the only shot you could make that wasn't going to kill a Sturge.
I know.
Pained but not dead is how I express is how I describe my existence.
Wow. Wow, Micah, do you need a hug?
I need a hug from a sturge that cares about me.
You're right next to the hugging wall.
True.
Imra, the sturge that was on you is flapping its little bat insect wings off back to the ceiling. Would you like to put it out of its misery?
Pin it to the
Yes.
ceiling.
I am hopefully hitting that thing with an arrow.
Oh yeah, you are.
Critical
It's like
you
it's like a
are.
pinata of blood.
That's my final FU to this insect.
It's like water
It's
balloon.
very dead. A shower of blood hits the ground.
That's our blood, guys.
You guys are
Go get
out
it.
of combat. Bellamin is unconscious.
Somebody want to try another medicine check? Or
Sure.
I will. Okay, yeah, you do that.
I haven't tried yet. So
Rolder says, "Step aside."
Just for the record, who is
Oops.
actually good at? Is anyone good at medicine? My medicine is a
No.
+2.
I
No.
think
nope, I'm not.
Rolder
Oh,
investigates very well. and
Bellamin's
says,
great at
He
medicine.
needs
right?
medical attention.
He's dead.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, Dan, can I use my herbalism kit to help me out for a medicine check?
Is that what state are we in? Is this legal?
I have a tool proficiency in herbalism, and I was reading a Stack Exchange about the
This is
herbalism
great
kit,
already.
and nobody knows what the
Yeah.
heck. Nobody knows what the heck it actually is for. All of the literature about it is just like, yeah, it's an herbalism kit. You know, there are herbs, and you can like understand herbs, and then you can also just use those herbs to do better things. So I'm supposed to just consult the DM and say, can I use that
Yeah,
to do a better
that's
medicine?
very
Some of those
vague.
herbs king's foil. Like
Some of those herbs are
I'm sorry, Athelis.
lavender. Some of those herbs are
It is
You can
Cannabis?
not-
relax him.
You're tuning in for herb talk with
Herb-
Micah Sargent.
It is not strictly for healing checks, but
It's mainly just for
Uh,
making tea.
but
apparently you can make. It says you need proficiency with this to create antitoxins or potions of healing, but it doesn't explain how to do either of those.
Yeah,
things.
that's the thing. No one knows. So maybe if I
Um,
mix some of my feathers with the water over there.
That's not how feathers work.
Hey, I'm the one with all the feathers. I know how
I
feathers
feel like
work.
you'll be giving him the avian flu or something.
All right. Has anybody not
Okay.
tried a medicine check? First of all,
I
beyond
haven't.
that, all a medicine check is going to do is stabilize him
Stabilize,
and make
that's
him
true.
stop doing saving
Stop
throws.
bleeding on the stairs.
So
making
Yeah.
it
none
slippery
of that,
over there.
but none of that is going to get him up again. So if you're going to get him up again, someone should probably figure out how they're going to do that.
Imra, do you have a cure wounds left?
I have a cure wounds left. I was gonna.
I can do another healing word.
Yeah, I have. So I have 2. I can do 2. I'm down to 9 hit points, but he's
I am
down.
also at 9.
So
I also have one more
Boom.
spell, and I could also cast Cure Wounds.
This is
So-
going to be chili con carne. You get 7 hit points.
Oh, why am I thinking about delicious chili con carne?
Because you chilled yourself to death. To unconsciousness.
I chili my carne.
You chilied your carne. You did. Ooh,
right,
that carne
so-
is so chilly.
I like to get my carne from the west. Carne west. So you are.
Boo. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
I look up at the ceiling. What do I see?
Yeah, how many sturges are up there?
Make
I see a sturge
perception
looking
check.
at me.
My perception
DM,
is
what
an
do I
8.
see?
You see darkness. Even with your dim vision, like you can see it's
Mhm.
pretty far up there. I mean, it's hard to tell. There are some stalactites, there are like some like little niches that are harder to see into. You don't see anything obvious, but it's pretty dark up there, and even with your
Mhm.
dark vision, you have maybe a little trouble discerning
Okay.
a particular animal amongst all of the ceiling.
Right.
Spurious, you're not even sure there is a ceiling.
I'm
I'm
lower
gonna-
to the ground, so it's a.
wow.
I
That's
would
an
like, from where I am, let me see. I'm not casting this yet. I'm just clicking on somewhere.
It's the other
15
arm off.
Okay, okay, 15-foot cone. Does that mean that I can look up at the ceiling and aim and cone like?
It's higher
Cold
than
breath?
15 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
15. So basically, the way a cone works is that it's as far as it is wide. So it's 15 feet wide and 15 feet high, and then like you make a cone out of that.
Oh,
so
okay.
It only goes 15 feet.
Because I also
I-
have
Ceiling is at least 30 feet up.
I can
Okay.
kill my the flame that's in my hand.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I can.
There are a lot of
kill
things you could
my-
possibly kill there.
I could kill.
I could kill my
everybody
entire
around me.
party
Oh, wait, actually,
and then
no.
just go home.
and
I
then
took your
cast
torch.
it. I can
'cause you had
hurl
a
it.
torch. I gave it back to you.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot there's a torch. So okay, let's just say I'm holding the torch. But anyway, the point is, I can use produce flame and use it as an attack to toss it at least 30 feet or within 30 feet into the air.
I wouldn't do that because it may just, if there are some sturges up there, it would rile them up and bring them
Ooh,
down.
that's a good
Yeah,
point.
I don't know why we're messing with the ceiling.
Yeah, I don't care about
Yeah.
the ceiling.
I just wanted to look and see what was, if we were in imminent danger, and I can't tell.
Yeah, you don't know right now. So Han, let me ask a question. You've used produce flame. Did you just use it to light a torch essentially?
Yes.
I may tweak your lighting here so that you can see a little bit further.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
How does that
I
sound?
really think we need to find a place we can rest.
Yeah.
What about up in the? Oh wait, we can't. I can't.
We
see
could
that.
we
No.
could leave this horrible cave. I mean, that's an option.
Mm-hmm. Sure is.
Well, see, if we wouldn't have put the feather in the water, we might have been able to. There could be some really interesting stuff down here.
Let's
yes,
not argue about the
we.
feather.
I agree that we is the right pronoun to use there.
Or we could push further south or further east. I mean,
We might actually find a place down here that would be better to
Mhm.
hole up and hide and rest in than in the middle of their
orc cave.
enclave. Yeah.
Did you say orc clave,
with all-
Tony?
No, I just said orc cave.
Oh, I'm gonna pretend you said orc clave.
With all of the
No.
murder mosquitoes, I think it's a really good idea to hole up down here.
Murdsquitos.
All right.
Weird
Does it look like
mosquitoes.
off to the east down that
Mhm.
tunnel? Does it look like the ceiling is still as high, or is that more of like a tunnel?
It definitely lowers somewhat as
Okay.
you keep going. It's
All right,
it's
then I'm going to
harder-
start leading everybody in this direction, unless.
Perfect.
I'm a fan of
Okay.
that. Yeah, I want to be able to
Not
see the ceilings in the next
Okay,
room.
so several passages branch away from this large, high-ceiling cavern. To the north, there is a carved square-mouthed tunnel that shows that somebody has been working at that part of the cave. Like it looks like it's dug out, right? Like somebody.
By dwarves or orcs?
Take me up to
Sturges.
the ball.
You
I will
would-
roll for this if you need
Yeah,
me to.
I mean, feel free. You should get advantage on whatever roll, history
Yeah.
or normally I would say that as dungeoneering, but there is
Dungeon,
no
I
dungeoneering.
know. Not a thing. Yeah, I'll try.
Or
history.
investigation or perception. I'm kind of pretty open on that.
Okay. Well, we're gonna
Oh, yeah.
go with
Plenty,
19.
plenty. All right. So you would probably pretty clearly recognize this as it's not detailed, well worked stone. It is something that is more clumsily dug out, and you suspect, based on your knowledge of dwarven, dwarven history, dwarven stonework, all this stuff, you suspect that this is actually the orcs tunneled into the dwarven stronghold,
Oh, okay.
and this is how they got in.
Gotcha. The
Interesting.
break
So-
patterns on this window show
Yeah.
that it was broken from the
Exactly.
outside.
Outside, yeah.
A
Okay.
little. Let's see. You still can't see. Let's see. You've got your dark vision. Let's see how far you can see. Yeah. There's like a large chamber beyond the tunnels up here. There's a heavy animal smell, like just sort of
Hmm.
lingering in the
Like
air
a
as
hippo
well.
or an elephant.
All right.
heavy animal.
Could be.
I don't think we should go this way, you guys, because I feel like there might be animals, and it opens up into a big cave. I was hoping for a dead end. That is not what we have found. Hmm.
Let's go to the
Let's
south.
Yeah, I'd like to check out this tunnel.
Let me come
All
down
right.
here with my torch. Ooh, what are those?
So, you gaze into an extremely large cave, faintly lit by natural phosphorescence. Its ceiling rises 50 feet high in places. Crystals glimmer softly in the eerie light. Weird, beautiful flows and structures of delicate stone grace the chamber. The western portion of the great cave is separated from the rest by a steep bluff. The ceiling here is half the height of the rest of the chamber. So there's basically a lot more than you can even see here. You can start to see down here that there's a little bit of like a ledge. A couple dozen large stone sepulchres line the cavern walls, each carved with intricate reliefs and designs and marked with dwarvish runes.
Does this ceiling look like it's Sturge friendly?
It's 50 feet high. It looks a little better carved than the place you were just in, but it's also still hard to tell. You don't see anything that makes you worry. And if you give me a perception roll.
So it's probably finished stonework.
Or Norwegian.
3.
I'm sorry, could we have a repeat of that?
Was it 3?
I'm distracted by the dwarven runes.
Yeah, you really can't tell.
Brian, add that to the soundboard, the Tony Sidor soundboard.
Oh no.
Or Norwegian.
All right, so I tell everybody
Yeah.
what's down here. What do you guys think?
I want to go in.
Of course you do. You don't get a vote
I'm sorry,
this time.
did you say sparkly shiny things?
I abstain.
I want to
Sorry.
look at sparkly shiny things.
I
All
want to
right.
be where the
All right.
Sturges aren't.
If
Yeah, so
Imra
you
wants
see-
to go in, then I guess we go in.
Yeah, if
Bellman goes
Imra
in.
wants to go in, then this is a good idea because Imra usually
This,
doesn't
I mean,
like
I
it.
see only
The
this seems
sparkle.
like we need to investigate this because this could be related to the legend. There could, I mean, it's possible everything in here has been thoroughly sacked, but we should definitely investigate.
Are
Yeah,
there
so
coffins
the-
in
the-
there?
Says
farther you can
Spurious
get
from
in-
the hallway.
The farther you get in, the more you can sort of see that there's a large amount of cave that keeps extending well beyond. You're up on sort of a ledge almost, like a little bluff. And you can see, so this is the slope downwards here, and then there's a much larger cavern that keeps extending off into the distance.
All right. Is it quiet in here? If everybody,
If everybody's quiet, you can make a perception check.
I think everybody should.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I got a 4.
All right, so Imra, you
I've been rolling so
you
poorly.
concentrate and listen. It is fairly quiet in here. Kind of distantly from behind you, you can still hear the running of the stream. But beyond that, it really, like, in here and there, you might hear like a drip that you get in a cave. But there's nothing much beyond that. The air is cold and still in here. And other than the sort of light of the phosphorescence, there's not a lot happening.
Okay.
By the light of the phosphorescence.
I think maybe we should just hunker down in this little area
Yeah.
for an hour or so. Since we have a pretty good view of what's going on, we can sort of see off the edge of the cliff as far as we can. If we stay quiet and we listen, maybe we'll be safe for an hour. And if something comes to attack us, maybe some of us can squeeze behind some of these sepulchres for cover.
If I was allowed to vote, I would vote yes.
All right, you can vote now.
Okay, yes.
All right.
So we can spend some hit dice if we are successful.
Yes, you can spend in an hour is pretty good. You can easily spend that much downtime. You can take a hit dice, refresh anything you need to
Dan?
refresh after an hour. Yep.
I am not sure what I have 3 hit dice. I am not sure what type of hit die I have as a level 3 bard.
As a bard, I want to say probably either a D6 or a D8.
That would have been my guess,
Really
but-
quick. If you click the hit die thing, it should does not just roll.
It's a D8 plus 0, and I rolled.
Do you have
3.
a? Yeah. So your con is 0.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's a D8.
All right, so I gained 3 hit points. That was a little disappointing, but it's better than 0.
What else can I reclaim other than my time?
It depends on your class. Certain class features can be reactivated after a short rest, but it depends on class to class.
You gotta
Okay, I'll
you gotta
read.
be classy, Micah.
I am, but Elvor is not.
I know.
My hit die I rolled more than I needed. I wish I could share the extra hit points with others.
Hold on. Does Spurious, who is a bard and has
Song of Rest.
Oh.
Tony has heard other bards do things. Let's see what happens when I click this.
Ooh.
Can I do this on a short rest, or can I?
Sure,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Oh,
Yes, a short rest.
It's specifically during a short rest.
Yeah, everybody regains. Everyone who's spending a hit die,
Uh-huh.
gains an extra 1d6. I'm assuming including myself.
Including you. It says you or
Mhm.
any friendly creatures.
Thanks for reading the things that I should be reading. I get 2 more hit points.
Nice. Thank you.
I am
Yeah.
still not. I'm not at full health, but I am not completely messed up.
Yeah, so if anybody used healing, take that extra d6 from Tony, which is 2, I guess.
You know what? I think you can roll your own d6.
Or roll your own d6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
I had already done it. Sorry.
All right.
Whatever.
Okay. Since you have some downtime, Broldish, would you care to investigate
Yes.
tombs?
Yes, 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 yes.
All right. So there are, by your count, and you sort of can wander all throughout this little bluff area for a second. There are about 23.
About.
About or around.
Ish.
The lids are carved in the likenesses of grim dwarves in armor.
So dwarves in armor.
Dwarvish runes on the front of each tomb appear to represent the names of the occupants, or possibly the intended occupants. 3 of the stone coffins have additional runes carved into them. And as you can read Dwarvish, you can tell that those additional runes record the occupant's date of death and the great deeds the dwarf performed in life. Also carved into these 3 coffins is a warning: the doom awaits any who dare to defile the honorable dead. And you also get the names of these 3 dwarves. They are Borgol the Old, Garin Orkdoom, and Numik the Unlucky.
Can I have those again?
Borgol, Borgol the Old, Garin, Gharin, Orkdoom, and Numik, Numik, the Unlucky.
All right. Well, now that we have a bard, I will read all of this to the bard and tell him all the information about death dates and great deeds and all that kind of stuff for,
Nice.
I assume, your next album.
Mm-hmm. I'm
Spurious, why don't you give me a history check with advantage?
with advantage, you say.
Because you have done some research
I
and
have.
reading up about Kundrakar.
Yeah,
I
I don't know that
rolled
much
a
about
19
these
and an
ones.
8, so I'll take the 19.
Smart choice.
Wise.
Yeah,
I'm a
so-
seasoned role player. I know how to roll dice higher and then take the higher number.
So you do recognize a couple of these names because there are names on the other ones as well. Those are just the 3 that appear to have. You note that you would suspect those are the 3 that are actually occupied.
Mm-hmm.
You think the rest of them are empty, but were basically created. And you kind of remember that when you did research on Durgan's clan, that they basically, were pretty. There was the little that you know, right? Obviously, because a lot of them were wiped out, and so stories have only survived in snatches and stuff. But you kind of know that they fought to the last, and they didn't expect to get out. So you kind of get the idea that they prepared for their own deaths, but they may not have been able to actually, by the time it came for them, they may not have been in a position to actually occupy these coffins. And so rather only the few that died in the earliest stages of the Orc siege may have actually been buried here.
How does Spurious feel about these warnings not to deal with the coffins? Is that standard dwarven boilerplate, or was that actually pretty serious?
Standard.
I am not gonna let you mess with these coffins.
Okay, I mean that seems like.
Yeah.
I mean, Spurious is what am I? I'm lawful. I'm neutral good. I feel like robbing from the dead is not
Yeah,
not
I think you'd have to
compatible with
decide.
anyone who is good.
His character would have to decide for himself whether or not he felt okay with that. But
I feel not inclined.
And
to
then
do
he would
that.
have to go through Broldish.
Yeah, that seems like that would cause a lot more trouble than it's worth. I mean, if it was we have no weapons and
Right.
it was a life or death, maybe we need to scavenge
You
weapons
could, I
from
mean,
these
honestly,
people.
Broldish, not that smart,
Yeah.
not that wise. You could probably convince me to go along with anything that it was a lawful good type of thing. But in this case, so far,
Yeah.
Nah.
should we really be preserving dwarven history and sharing this with the mass?
It belongs in a museum.
so yeah. Anybody else want to do anything while we're
Yep. Or
resting?
shall we draw to a close in this rest?
I think we can draw to a close. Does anyone know where is the best place to find? I forgot that I have wild shape and I haven't used it yet, but I don't know what the beasts are at certain challenge ratings. Is there a good place for me to go to find that?
The D&D Beyond site would probably be your best choice because you can search through all of the monsters and specifically choose like Beast, and I think you can choose challenge rating. You can. All right. So, where would you like to go?
Should we continue? So what do we know about, like, so this is kind of the first proof of dwarven, or that we are, I mean, was the area above? I guess there was all kinds of dwarven carvings and whatnot, so we're well into dwarven territory. But this is...
You are pretty convinced that the area above was sort of most, like, certainly dwarven built, probably a large part. This whole area seems less worked, less built out.
This also seems like less messed up by orcs, right? I mean, I feel like everything above was kind of, it seemed like probably
Sure, yeah.
there was not really any there was architectural evidence of dwarves, but everything else had been cleared out. So
Yeah.
I don't
Where you
know. I
going?
think we should keep exploring south.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. Well,
All
please
right.
continue on.
Oh my god, I could be a cow.
That'd be great. Be a British cow. They're mean.
That's
Everybody I know from the UK has been like attacked by a cow at least once. So
is that but is that a reflection on the cows or the people you know, Erica?
Oh,
That's a fair question.
Just, I mean,
Yeah.
crossing a cow pasture in Wisconsin
I'm just
is no
saying.
big deal. You can just wander across. Apparently, in
Yeah.
the UK, they will run at you.
I don't know. You run with a certain crowd,
And that crowd.
and that crowd runs
cows.
from cows. Yeah.
All right, so
Wow, look at all
looks
these tombs.
like-
These
Mhm.
Yeah,
coffins.
23 of them.
Ish.
Yeah.
Now we're getting somewhere. Rubble and a staircase.
Rubble, 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 rubble.
Yeah, to the
Which way?
left there is a thing full of rocks and rubble that you can't really easily get past. You could
Bellarmine's trying.
Hey, Bellman.
Mm, Peter.
Nope. Nope.
I love
The
this game.
yeah, so to the western section here, there is like a bunch of piles of rocks and other sort of debris that it looks like it's been piled here largely in order probably to like block off a section or like a little passage here. Yeah, there's like a rough stone wall that's loose rubble, some mud and stuff like that. And then to the right is a staircase leading downwards. Like sort of again carved out of stone like the one that you used to descend into this area.
What do you think, Spurious?
I don't know how much we want. I don't know if I want to deal with rubble, so maybe south is interesting.
Okay. Let's look down from the staircase.
I mean, it's a very short staircase, and what you can see is kind of what you were seeing while you were up
Mhm.
on this ledge, right? So this is a very large cavern. Basically, all of this is filled with that same sort of faint phosphorescence. The ceiling is around 50 feet overhead, and bright flecks and gleaming stone formations are visible in the distance. Patches of strange fungi dot the floor, including capped stalks standing as tall as a human and glowing puffballs almost a yard wide.
But
Hi-
if Bellaman tries to run past me, I will reach out and grab him.
I just want to walk next to my good friend Broldish without doing anything rash or getting a rash from these fungi.
Mm-hmm.
There are some high ledges that rise 15 to 20 feet above the floor on the north, south, and west walls. Narrow passageways lead off to the north and the south. I'm going to drag Elevor because it's a lot easier to see if there's light.
Thank you.
There's the flight of carved stone stairs you just came down, and there's sort of a path you can see, kind of like a very rough path, meanders through the center of the chamber towards the eastern wall. Audible throughout the entire chamber is the sigh of a soft, cool breeze that rises toward the surface far above.
Oh, that's nice.
If there is any part of that description that involved the words far above, I recommend that we find these stairs down here that can lead us to somewhere that presumably has a slightly lower ceiling with less bug friends.
Yeah, so do we see these stairs? Do those go down or up?
You
South of us.
they come down into this cave. So
Okay.
this cave is mostly kind of like down, and there's like some ledges and stuff around it on most sides. But this is definitely like 10, 15 feet down from a lot of its ledges.
All right. Do we want to investigate this giant fun cave?
Why not?
All right. So I guess I'll just sort of tiptoe
Here,
as
let
much
me
as I can as
see.
a dwarf.
Bruldish,
They're not
let me
tulips,
just see
though.
for a second.
Okay, sure.
I was gonna see if I could make this a little easier. How far does your dark vision say you can see?
60 feet,
All right,
as
let me
if it were
see.
normal.
Let me see if I can do that. Let's try this.
Ooh, there we go.
Can everybody else see that, or just Bruldish?
Oh, I can see.
I can see
I
quite
see
a
it.
ways now.
Okay. Technically,
All
the
right,
only
so
way. Actually, hold on. Before I do that, let me try something else here.
I mean, I don't think I'm not the only one with dark vision either. So
No,
Yeah, I
I've
have
got
dark
it.
vision.
How
Mhm.
about that? Let's see if this works for
Moving
view
the
vision.
map. Oh, good God.
This room is a mess.
Indeed. So messy.
Where are you going?
I guess I will continue along this sort of path. I hope we will go single file.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the look of those puffballs.
Mm-mm. Oh, that number is not accurate.
Doo-doo.
Elevor, are you at all familiar with any of these? I mean, you're the most natural among us.
Yes, let me
Um,
see. Let me pull out some
yeah.
granola and chomp
You're
down on it right
the
quick.
funnest guy I know. Perhaps you can tell us about these fun guys.
15.
So you
I do
sort
have
of,
an herbalism kit.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So you poke at them, and then you
Whoa.
pick one. You sort of smell it and touch it really carefully, and then you pick one up.
Save it for your
and to-
herbalism kit.
And to the apparent dismay of the rest of your party, you then chomp into one of them. It's fine. It's edible. Doesn't
Okay.
taste
Oh.
particularly great, but it's actually you could use it for sustenance.
This reminds me of
It's also psychotropic.
Woo!
jelly
There-
beans.
there is no-
Why do I know that
Whoa.
word?
There is no difference in Elevor's behavior. So-
Okay, see, this could be canon. He's got an herbalism kit on him, right? Maybe he's just always a little bit toked.
Go to sleep, cleanse kids.
Yeah.
Anyway, I as I was munching down on it, it sort of reminded me of stale corn tortillas.
Tortillas.
Okay.
Bellman, something, a light goes off in Bellman's brain. Quesadillas. Why do I think about quesadillas?
You're just gonna have
Follow
intrusive
the
thoughts
path.
for the rest of your life.
I
now,
love
Bellman.
it. I love that this druid magic is tied to Tex-Mex. This is the best.
Oh, I see the there's something over there.
Yeah. So, Brutish, stop where you are for a second.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So to the east, you do see that there is an iron door.
Hmm.
My favorite
That's
John
exciting.
Favreau movie.
Yeah. So there's a small iron door in the wall there,
Okay.
Ugh, metal.
Um,
Not a fan.
and Bruldish. Let me see here. What is your passive perception?
It is over 11. It's 11.
Okay. Before you go any further, let me just check.
Not
Something-
terribly percepty.
Not terribly percepty. Wow, how did I just roll the same thing?
Mine
on
is
2 dice?
43.
I don't believe that.
Okay,
I think
might
that's
be
a
lying.
lie.
It's that fungus I hate.
He feels like he can perceive everything.
I
but
can
it's
see
an actual fact.
Do you ever
everything.
really perceive your hands?
Have you ever really looked at your hands?
There's like 5
Have
of
you
these
ever
little
looked through
guys
your
on there.
hands? Put your hand up to your face, Spurious, and look through your fingers.
Whap.
Exactly. If I was closer, I would have. I don't think
I
Imra
went to
is-
middle school. I know how that works.
Wow, the education system here is pretty good.
He's from Marty, probably.
I went to a Bardic college.
What was it
So,
called?
I think it's
Bruldish-
the
Strum
College,
U?
Call of Inspiration. It's a mail order situation.
Sorry, Dan.
that's fine. Bullish, you can continue onwards.
All right. I'm just going step by step.
Every step you take.
No, creepy song. Creepy.
Yeah.
All right.
Which is actually quite appropriate
Stop.
for this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hammer time.
Nope. Stop your moving right now. Okay, so as you walk underneath this ledge,
Mhm.
let's see here. Who does anybody have passive perception better than 11?
Yes.
12.
13.
Okay.
And that is not a lie. It's not 43.
Yeah,
but
it
it
would
is
be a
if,
very
Mike,
good
if
lie.
Micah was going to lie about his perception, he'd lie a lot better than that, bigger than that. You know?
I am
So
exactly 11.
Is Bruldish the only one who is who's got an 11 or lower? Sounds like.
No. Bellaman said they have an 11 as well.
I have an exact 11.
Okay. All right. So as you are walking under this ledge, there is a sort of skittering of rocks, just sort of like a little bit of rock starts to slide down it.
Better than a skittering of bees.
Is it
Well,
But not as good
maybe,
as a skittling of rocks, which is literal skittles.
And it basically a couple things jump down on you.
A couple things, you say.
Well, if they're jumping, they're not sturges.
With a
They're-
passive perception of 13, can I know what
So-
those jumping things are?
Yeah, so basically you get the impression of something with some sort of slithering and tentacles.
Oh.
Oh, my favorite.
So Bellaman and Bruldish are surprised. The rest of the team, not so much. You are forewarned by the rock slide.
Or maybe we're just cynics. Like, we're just not surprised that we're being attacked.
Yeah.
Let me
Mushroom
just,
Cave, it's inevitable that something horrible will try to eat us.
Or Willy Wonka will appear, one of the two.
Are those Gricks, Dan?
Please
They're
don't be
Gricks.
Damn it.
I recognize them, but you guys remember Gricks because there was a Grick in the basement of of Death House. Spurious knows that because he is an avid podcast listener.
Yeah,
I remember those
he
Gricks.
listens to every episode of This Barovian Life.
Yeah.
All right, so roll me initiative. Bruldish and Bellman, you will not get to act on your first turn there.
Gotcha.
I want to do a This Barovian Life bit, but it's like 5 minutes long. So stay with us.
Ooh. That's my first good roll this whole game.
And so
Well, maybe you've
Gricks
turned
are
the
like
corner.
And now you're last.
Gricks are like jackwagon snake chickens, basically.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
Jackwagon Snake Chickens.
Hi, we're the
know
opening band
exactly
with
what it
jackwagon snake chickens.
I was thinking that's a good insult. You Jackwagon Snake Chicken. Ah!
Listeners, Dan has just shown us a photo of a Grick. If you want to play along, pause the
not a
podcast
photo.
right now.
It's not a photo,
Sorry.
Tony.
Dan has shown us
These
a photo
things are
he
real?
took in his backyard of a Grick. No, if
Yeah,
you would
do
like to
not
play
make
along,
these
you can
things
pause
angry.
right now and Google image search Grick. We'll wait.
It looks
We
like
will wait for you, listener.
it looks like the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland crossed with a squid.
I feel like my snake chicken jackwagon
very-
was pretty good.
I don't
a very
understand the
beaky
jackwagon part. What is a jackwagon?
It's not good.
I'm gonna look up jackwagon.
All right.
Play along.
But before that, Elivor, you're actually going first.
Okay. Jackwagon. Let's see. What am I gonna do here? That didn't help me at all. I am going to do. Is it up above? So it's not next.
It's coming down this slope. So this is like a
Coming down the slope.
20-foot high rock fall, and they're just sort of like slithering down it and coming at you.
We'll be coming down that slope. We'll be coming down that slope. We'll be coming down that slope when we come. Bump, bump. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to read some things here. See how far I've got.
Reading.
That's
Who gave
for
you the idea that was
geeks.
allowed.
Reading bad. Okay. That's. I'm gonna poison spray that little Grick.
All right.
I'm not
DC
using
13
the app anymore.
Constitution save. All right. Let's see if this Grick fails to save. And takes how much? 8 poison damage.
That will be 8 poison damage, laddie.
Excellent. All right. Anything else?
I'm trying to see. I think. Oh, that's too bad. It doesn't have a lasting effect.
Most cantrips don't.
That's fair. That's fair. No, I think I will stay where I am.
All right. Broldish and Bellman, you guys are both startled.
I sort of turn around slowly and go, huh? That's my turn.
Bellman's like reaching down to pick up a piece of fungus as the Grick slithers like right over his head.
You look tasty. What? What's going on?
Spurious.
I love that you eat bugs.
Spurious is because there's a Grick slithering right at me, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Spurious is going to not use some magic for a second. He readies his rather than his rapier wit, he'll just use his rapier, and he will stab at this Grick that is coming toward him. That's not very good.
9. So you wave your rapier at the Grick, and the Grick seems it slithers out of the way.
That's not good. I should probably bardically inspire someone. How many times can I bardic inspire per day? Equal to my charisma modifier, which is +2. And I did it once. So who wants to be inspired? How about Bellaman? Actually, Bellaman, you mainly cast spells. So, Broldish, enjoy some bardic inspiration.
Yay.
All right.
Please accept terms and conditions. So,
I love that.
for the listeners at home, when I click bardic inspiration, the description of bardic inspiration is like 4 paragraphs long, and it just pastes it into the chat. It's all important information, but it is ridiculous that it's like, yeah, basically you get to roll a die at one point, but first read these 4 paragraphs. So
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
All right. Apparently Androdite's in the initiative, but I don't think you can actually. You can either do something, or you can have Androdite do something.
Right. Until I'm much higher level.
You need to be actually. I think just next. It's like level 5, maybe. I don't know. It's not that far away.
I think it's level 6. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter right now. It's in the future.
It's gonna happen.
I was looking at ensnaring strike. Start future turns. This is my last spell slot, though. I think I'm gonna save it. Now, are these? Can Androdite get to these, or
They're kind of up a hill.
yeah? Okay. All right. So longbow it is. Good old trusty longbow.
Nothing wrong with a good longbow. All right, so you line up a shot, and which one are you aiming for? The same one that are you aiming for? The one near Elevor, or the one near Spurious?
Does one have damage already?
Yeah, the one near Elevor.
Okay, I'll aim at that one and try to kill it.
All right, so you nail a shot on that one, and the arrow goes right in. But you do notice that it doesn't seem to do as much damage as you would think it would.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I think I'm going to stay where I am, and that's my turn.
All right. It is the Grick's turn. One Grick will attack, let's say Spurious. He's right near him. 11.
Spurious's armor class is 14. Haha, Grick!
All right, so it lashes out with its tentacles, but your armor repels it. The other one will attack. Let's see. Go for Broldish, since he had a surprise on Broldish.
Or goal for Broldish.
I think means it gets advantage on you, I think.
I don't know.
I think when you are surprised, you
flat-footed?
grant advantage. So you'll make an attack. It gets that was not supposed to happen. It gets a 15.
Nope.
All right, so it also lashes out with tentacles, but doesn't seem to do any damage. Round 2, Elevor. There's a Grick that has an arrow in it, and there's another Grick making for Spurious.
I think I will. Let's see. I've got 2 daggers left.
Do you not have cantrips?
Yeah, but I've only got poison spray and like produce flame. I guess I'll just produce a flame at it. So here we go.
Okay. And that is that an attack or a DC or something?
Let me read. It
I
says
think an attack. 12.
you can also attack with a flame when you cast a spell, or you can hurl the flame at a creature within 30 feet of you. Make a ranged spell attack on
got
a
it.
hit. The
All right.
target takes 1.
So, unfortunately, so you throw some flame at it, but it again slithers deftly out of the way, so it does not take any damage from that.
Okay.
Anything else?
I pout.
Bruldish, a Grick attempted to attack you. I'm going to say it's actually a little bit closer to you.
All right. Well, I'm going to attempt to attack it back.
Okay.
So I shout Inhala's name and just whack at it with my battle axe.
All right. So you line up a battle axe shot, and
do.
you put in what you feel like is a pretty solid thunk
Mm-hmm.
into it. But like Imra's arrow, you think that it perhaps did not do as much damage
Really?
as
in
you
that
would
case.
normally expect.
I think. Wait, where is? I feel like I have a thing where I can act. In addition, do. Let's see, Divine Smite. That takes a spell slot. I don't think I want to use that spell slot. Or do I? I don't know. Did I see anybody almost go down, get hit really bad? I'm just trying to have 1 spell slot left, and I don't know if I want to use it at this point. Anyone?
I don't think yet.
All right, then that pathetic little 5 damage.
Yeah.
I will go with. Yeah.
Less
and
than
then
5.
yeah, right. I will also, as a bonus action, I'm going to utter a vow of enmity at this thing.
Ooh.
So
I hate you,
um,
Grick!
Yep, using my channel divinity. So now I gain advantage on attack rolls against the
Nice.
creature for a minute, or until it drops to 0 hit points or falls unconscious.
All right. Great. Bellamin, there are 2 Gricks. No waiting.
What?
Nothing.
Okay. Thank
Two
you, DM,
Gricks.
for that joke I did not get. Reference unacknowledged.
Oh, boo.
If I cone in this general direction toward the Grick,
Oh, jeez.
will Elevor or Broldish be in the fray?
If you're using,
A cone move.
they
If you
would.
sort of aim it that way.
I don't know. Yeah, is Brawl just
So-
engaged with it?
The way that a cone
Yeah.
works, again,
Like 2 scoops or 1?
just 1 scoop, a single scoop.
Oh, sad.
Here, let me just quickly show you. Essentially, it goes out as far, so 15 feet, right? So it goes 15 feet,
Yeah.
and then it's 15 feet at the end, and then basically you draw
It's a triangle. Yeah.
like that.
Okay. Oh, like the mirrors in the other thing. Okay, so I'm just gonna aim over here
It's not really
and
what
try
you're
to and try to nip this Grick
Does-
in
Does
the
Brian
nip.
only know about basic shapes from previous D&D adventures? I'm concerned.
Indeed. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do. I'm just trying to not hit my very good friends Elevor and Broldish with my cone of Ray of Frost. Whoa, that's a 19 versus AC for the Grick.
All right, so you sort of try to angle and just catch the Grick a little bit. 19 will hit, so a ray of frost shoots out, hits the Grick, and the Grick takes some damage from that.
Yes.
And 6 damage. And you would note that unlike your compatriots who seemed a little disappointed, you feel like your shot did everything you wanted it to do.
I did not throw it away. Its speed
darn
is
it.
reduced by 10
Darn
feet
it,
until the
beat me
start
to
of
it.
my next turn because it is frozen and cold and not happy about moving.
All right. Duly noted.
I'm also going to move somewhere. You know what? What the heck? Just move him back here.
All right. So you scamper back and a bunch of like little puff spores and stuff come up, but it doesn't do anything to you. It's just. All right. Spurious. Bellamin shot a Grick with a ray of cold and then ran away. What would you like to do?
I think I want to continue to stab at this Grick. Because I'm not used to being this close to something, but here we go. So, I have +5 to hit. That's not awful, right? So, and this does more damage than just doing Vicious Mockery. So, but I need to roll better than that. I rolled a 3.
You
+5
did not
is
roll
an
great.
8.
So I mean, you're a little,
Yeah.
you're a little rusty with that rapier. So you like stab at it and like just hit some
Yeah.
rock next to it.
The rapier itself may be slightly rusty as
Yeah,
well. Which
also
is not-
rusty.
I'm gonna give this Grick tetanus something good. All right.
Yeah, 5-10 days from now, that Grick is toast.
Yeah, unless he gets his shots.
Yeah. And they haven't invented tetanus shots yet. Tough luck, Grick.